video, we're going to talk about how to use the pipe operator. And so if you are doing this video, you want to make sure you have tidyverse loaded, so you can load it in here, or you can always go into your console and write library tidyverse and press enter. This is going to make sure it is loaded. Now, the pipe operator comes from a package called dplyr, which is a part of tidyverse. So you can just load it in tidyverse and you're going to be good with this. The pipe operator is essentially a way for us to create data pipelines. So we're constantly feeding in the last thing into the next thing, and it makes writing our code for data analysis so much easier. So how this is going to work, we're going to work with this same data frame here. It's just a data frame of different populations. And so we are going to work first, and we're just going to do df1. That is our data frame that we're working with. And then what you can do is Control-Shift-M, and it's going to do this percent sign, this greater than sign, and then a percent sign. So this is what's known as the pipe. And you can also just write this out, but the shortcut for this is Control or Command-Shift-M. So when we press enter, it's going to automatically indent. If you're over here, it's fine, but to write cleaner code, you want it indented in so you can see what is all undergoing under that same pipeline. So now what we can do is we're going to use the select command. So the select allows us to select different columns within our data frame. So we're just going to select country name, year, and population. Let's say we don't want any of this. We just want to work with these three fields. So we can do select, and then we're going to do country.name, and you can see it's popping up there for us. Let's see if it auto-populates year. Yep, it does. So we are going to do year, and then we're going to do, and you want to make sure of capitalization, so you can see this population is capitalized. So we're going to do population and go ahead and click that here. So now if I run this, you can see that now what we got was what was printed out in the console was these three columns from this data frame. Now, if you were just running the select command, so if I come down here and do select, actually, I'm just going to copy and paste this, and I try to run it, it's going to give me an error because it doesn't know what I'm talking about. So to do this, I basically have to put data equals df1 and run it. So essentially, to be able to do this, what's happening is it's taking whatever is done before and passing it into that select command. Instead of having to write this out as single strings continuously and rename all of these variables over and over again, we can just add on more and more. So I can do Control-Shift-M, and we'll just stick with the select command. So let's say we're going to select year alone. And so we're selecting down to 3, and then we're selecting for 1, and we can hit run, and you can see we're just getting years here. So that's essentially what the pipe operator just allows you to do. It makes it so much easier to just write out all of your code off of the same data frame, and then you can always save this as well. So if we saved this, I'm just going to remove this one here, and we're going to just do df simplified. And so you just need it coming off of that first line here, and then everything is going to be saved to that. So here you can see that it ran. df simplified is now the same number of rows, but only 3 variables, so 3 columns. And if we look at this, now this is saved here. So that's how to use the pipe operator. We're going to use this a lot as we're going through and doing most of our data analysis. We're going to be using that pipe operator.